one thing I have to get out there is like this thing with like last week when uh, okay, I had to leave my apartment, so obviously I went to Joe's. I can get into the story itself, but this particular clip is going to be about how just how weird he was, like ridiculous, unforgivable. Like he's like, I don't know if you realize, people, that most of you who I don't it won't like I can never, I don't have to know that you even existed tomorrow. Okay, like we could something whatever happens, and and like either I never knew you or this life never existed or whatever. I would be fine with that, truly. Like I would. That's how little I feel like my life has mattered to the people who it's supposed to, because of how fucking weird he was. Like now I have a complex because he used against, yeah, at one point he's trying to throw out like all of the, like I've shared, like people like make up weird things about me, like me knocking on people's doors at 2 a.m. like very crazy. There's a very crazy Sam roaming the streets, people. Okay, watch out, because I didn't even know until recently. I'm finding all this out too with you guys. Because, yeah, like now this Sam, she's always rolling around on the floor. And it's like, what? Like, I'll show you guys the text some point. But, yeah, but the thing is, he knows damn well. I actually do roll around on the floor, guys. But it's because I actually, a lot of times, he knows this because he took me, like, I brought it up to my doctor. Excuse me. I brought it up to my doctor with, like, it's so, oh my god, guys, there's a certain place in hell for people who use things that like that against you. Okay, I know we all, like, there's crimes and stuff too, people, but we're talking like on things that people don't think about, on how disgusting that really is, actually. Because what I was doing was, it's kind of like when people use tennis balls to like roll on their back. They're like, usually their sciatica. Rolling on the floor helped my ribs because it like pushes down. But I wasn't like aimlessly just like, oh, it's so fucked up because of, like, especially him. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you fucking kidding me? So yeah, I just had to share that because, like, I actually wanted to roll. Because it helps for like your legs and stuff too, but mostly it's for my ribs. It's not the weirdest thing, guys. Okay, rib pain is like a weird thing to explain and even have, because it's like, why does this hurt? I assume it's usually I assume it's like trapped gas, or not that I'm admitting that now. I'm saying though, like, that can happen, like airs. But I told you guys I have like no elasticity, so it's like I just have to like, I'm like, I think my body, like the guy from Men in Black, that sugar drinker alien, he just needs to like, rewind or he needs to readjust his body, basically. And what better way than the floor? Sometimes I choose to lay on the floor. I'm bringing this up because I have to sleep on the floor at my mom's. So, and she felt all bad, like she acts whatever, guys. Like, there's so much to, like, I want to share, because not even like I know, oh, the people aren't waiting to hear. I mostly am just like so annoyed right now because, like, yeah, like first of all, how hilarious this wackadoo Sam, I told you, wackadoo Sam, wackadoo Sam, wackadoo Sam. How she'd be like, some days she doesn't want to check her mail until it's like midnight because she doesn't like seeing people by the smoke tent or risking it. But then other days she's just, walking around at 2 a.m. knocking on doors. I doing what? I don't know. You'd have to, I don't know, do you dare ask Wackadoo Sam? Does Wackadoo Sam even know why she does the things she does? She's just wackadoo. She just do wackadoo, okay? But yeah, like this, like, Wackadoo Sam. La la loo lee lee. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's so not me. And the funny part is about that, my mom actually did do that, and I have a horrible, like, traumatic, like, like, story because of that. Like, maybe I should, it's already, what's this, 4 minutes? Like, why is this taking so long? Maybe I should start over. I don't know. Okay, well, long story short, had a cockatiel when I was young. I was in 2nd grade. Okay, he was cool too. He was like the orange, gray ones with the red cheeks. He was really cool, little, you know. He was cool for a cockatiel. Okay, he'd come out of the cage and hang with us. Okay, in the living room. He had a little spot on the arm, you know, on the arm of the chair, recliner. So I'm like, he's out, and then I'm noticing he's like, yeah, I don't see him for a minute. I'm like, where's Teal? You know, don't mind the randomness of stuff in there. Where's Teal, you know? And my mom was still drinking at the time, so this is what she tells people is like her quit. This is when I had to quit story. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm like, where's Teal, you know? And she was on the floor lolly-looing, okay? I swear to fucking God. And when she got, and drunkenly, mind you, okay? So again, because she's pulling shit too with me, like I was combing my hair in the car today, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, whatever. I'm trying to paint this wackadoo, jumping on the wackadoo, Sam wackadoo train, you know. And anyhow, when she sat up to look for Teal, I saw him all like, you know, when they're like crushed, you know how they lick their wings like. Yeah, no, I don't think I cried or screamed. It just was like, kind of like my grandma guy. He was like, there you go. Again, that's the beginning of Samantha's story. That was 2nd grade. But yeah, like guys, like yeah, she's trying to paint